I'm Anton.
Hey, that handyman is pretty good, ain't he? Today is the day of the Neighborhood Association's arm wrestling tournament. I'm a member of an arm wrestling club in college because of my love of arm wrestling. And I jumped at this tournament as if I'd been waiting for it. After all, the prize money was 1 million yen. A total of 30 men will be competing against each other with just one arm. I came here today to take the top spot. It's not often that I get a chance to show off my arm wrestling skills in front of such a large crowd.
Oi, it's you and me next. Let's get this over with, old man. Come on, I've got to get up there fast.
What a cocky kid, huh? The fourth game of B block. My first match is against a high schooler.
Ah!
But this kid's just got a big mouth. He seems to be pretty good. He must be a better wrestler in our university's arm wrestling club. But he is only a high school student. That's not so bad, kid.
What?
You'll never get me to the point where I take him seriously. You're wasting your energy. Let's do this! What? I twisted the kid around. Top roll, hook, and side attack. Arm wrestling is not just about strength. You need technique. First of all, I won the round.
Damn it!
If the level of the tournament was this high, I was sure to win. The strong ones were me and that handyman, maybe a few others. That's when it happened. Takeshi? Takeshi, a member of the same circle who was assigned to C block, was rushed to the emergency room. Hey, Takeshi! What the hell happened to you? When I looked, I saw that Takeshi's arm was bent in a strange direction. Be careful! What?
That was amazing, wasn't it?
What happened?
On top of that, just then,
Could it be you, Isaiah?
someone called out to me.
Hey, it's me, it's Akio.
Bah! I spat out laughing at the sight of him. You're... Yeah, it's me. I'm Akio Kurahara. I was at an arm wrestling tournament held by the Neighborhood Association and was in my elementary school class. I met Hisaya for the first time in a long time. What's a bald weakling like you doing here? Hisaya looked at me and held his stomach as he burst out laughing. I'm also participating in this event. I'm in Block C, in case you're wondering. Impossible, no way! There was a reason why Hisaya was laughing at me so much like this. The story goes back 10 years.
Hey, do you want to go too?
I'm fine.
Hey, Akio, you do it too.
What?
When I was in the 5th grade, the arm wrestling machine was popular in my class. Hisaya and I were like cat and dog buddies.
Why don't you stop?
Huh?
Hisaya used to catch the weaker kids often and make fun of them. I couldn't turn a blind eye to it. A man should always be on the side of the weak. That's what my father, a police officer, had taught me. That's why we used to confront each other frequently.
I told you to stop. I'll deal with you then.
Not you again. You're so annoying.
I had always wanted to be a police officer, and I already wanted to be a friend to the weak. Then one day, I was visiting a video arcade with my class, and we decided to play an arm wrestling machine.
Well, I work out too, actually. Even if I did it, it would be just normal, and I don't think it would be any fun.
I wasn't really into it, but...
What's the matter with you? Are you afraid of being beaten by a machine?
Miyoko, whom I had a secret crush on, was also watching, so I didn't want to leave Hisaya in the dark.
Fine then.
So I had no choice but to give the arm wrestling machine a try. But
Ready? Fight! Ah!
my challenge was over in an instant.
Huh? That was weird.
It was surprising how easily defeated I was by the machine.
No, that was some kind of mistake, right?
Okay, you poor thing. I'll lower the difficulty level.
It must have been a glitch in the machine, and it was in adult mode. I tried again to regain my own honor and challenge myself one more time, but
Ugh!
I couldn't even win in the weakest mode where my opponent was a cutesy character.
My arm! My arm! Ah!
You're so weak!
Even the smallest girls in my class, Komachi, could beat me in this mode. At that moment, it was revealed that I was the weakest arm wrestler in the class.
You've got to be kidding.
Hey, you! What happened to that arm?
Moreover, I'd broken my arm in the match against the machine. The next day, I had to wear a cast to school.
You wanted to be a police officer, right? A police officer with such meager strength. A police officer weaker than a girl. You shouldn't do it, I swear!
It wasn't only Hisaya.
Even Miyoko?
Even Miyoko, the girl I had been in love with since third year, was laughing at me.
Ugh.
At that moment, not only was my arm broken, but my faith was also shattered. And with that,
What?
the news of my father's death came to me at school. It seemed he was shot in line of duty. He died in the line of duty, trying to save the defenseless.
Dad? Dad!
Now, I think it was a noble end for him. But I was still a child, and I couldn't accept that truth.
My dad. Dad was beaten because he was weak too.
Teacher, I feel so sorry to make Akio carry something so heavy because he's weaker than the girls.
After that, everyone continued to laugh at me until I graduated. Then, 10 years later, and it's today, we met again at an arm wrestling tournament of the neighborhood association. As I was having free time until the next match, the second round of the C block was just about to start.
Ready?
Oh, isn't that Akio's match? Let's see. I decided to watch Akio's match, thinking I could have another laugh.
Winner, contestant Kurahara.
What the hell? For some reason, Akio's opponent seems to have declared a loss. Akio's match was declared a win without playing. Was he in bad shape or something? When I looked at him, his opponent seemed to have a blue face. Whatever the case, he was a lucky guy. So the tournament went on, and the semifinals were held. This guy is lucky, isn't he? It turned out I was gonna play Akio. Oh, be gentle, please. I don't know why, but Akio had also somehow made it to the top 4. Hey, you know what, Akio?
Look, Isaya.
Show us something funny again.
Some of our classmates from elementary school came to observe today, you know. Yeah, I knew. And we put our elbows on the elbow pads and linked our hands.
Ready?
The referee was just about to give the order to start the race when I heard a voice from the crowd. You know, Hisaya? Huh? Akio opened his mouth. For the past 10 years, I have been living for this day.
What?
The next moment, the muscles of Akio's forearms, his broccolis and biceps. Akio's right arm muscles pumped up to an unusual degree. What?
Go!
Ah! Before I could catch up with my understanding, the referee announced the start of the match. Immediately, I put all my strength into my right arm, but it won't budge. Akio's arm was like a big tree with its roots deep in the earth, not moving an inch. I'm not the same as I was then, Saya. But what do you mean? Ever since that day, I was in a state of frustration and depression. That day, just thinking about when I lost to the arm wrestling machine made me nauseous. I lost my self-esteem. I even lost my father, who I looked up to and respected, and I even lost my emotional anchor. But then one day, my father stood by my bedside.
Dad?
Go forward. That's all he said. From that day until today, for 10 years, I had been practicing arm wrestling diligently. 10 years? Every day I did strength training until I bled and spent every waking moment studying theories and techniques. I trained hard to make up for that day and to beat you someday. For the past 10 years, without going on to higher education or finding a job, what are you talking about? And today, our fates have converged. When I learned that this arm wrestling tournament would be held in our hometown, I was sure you would show up. Yes, Takashi from the same circle had been beaten by Akio's overwhelming power. And his opponent who left him beaten must have realized the moment he joined hands with him. The difference in Akio's level. This guy's a masterpiece! But I couldn't stop laughing when I heard that story. I can't believe you threw away 10 years of your life for an arm wrestling match. And you're just a neat now, aren't you? And I'll tell you one thing. There's no way someone like me can be beaten by you. I put all my strength into my right arm again. But it wouldn't budge, not even a millimeter. Even with 100% of my strength. Listen here, don't think of me as I was then. This is not just a mere arm wrestling match, Asaya. What? It's a battle of faith. If it goes on like this, Today, my juniors from my circle, my classmates from elementary school, and even my parents are here to cheer me on. Furthermore, I made a cool post on social media last night.
What's the matter, Saya?
You've been playing around a little too much, don't you think?
10 years ago, I laughed at Akio a lot. If I lose today, I will be a laughingstock for the rest of my life. I definitely couldn't let Akio beat me. I couldn't lose, or I found myself using both hands and putting all my weight on him. I couldn't choose any other method. Hang on, that's just a normal foul play. Push it in. Push it in. I'm not gonna lose. However, you're miserable, aren't you? What? Ugh. I was lifted up with one hand. These 10 years, it means it wasn't all a total waste of time. Ugh. And from that, I got slammed to the floor.
Winner, contestant Kuruhara.
Wow! I literally put my whole heart and soul into it, but was still no match for Akio. I had traded a decade of my life for strength, the strength that evil cannot reach. I had been utterly defeated.
Wow, Akio, that was amazing.
You're like a different person.
Who are you guys? I could finally move on. It took 10 years to finally be able to defeat my weak self. After that, Asaya was accused of foul play and was banned from participating in the official arm wrestling circle tournament from next year onward. Then,
And now the final match. Contestant Kuruhara versus contestant Anton the Handyman.
arm wrestling tournament's the final match.
This guy is pretty good.
Even with all my full strength, he won't move at all.
Wow!
I would have liked to win if I had to. But my opponent in the final, Anton the Handyman, was not going to be a piece of cake. However, it seemed that we were evenly matched in strength. From here, it's a battle of endurance. Ah! Is what I thought, but... Huh? Has it already started? Huh? Ah! Dad, the world is a big place. For the past 10 years, I thought I'd put my faith and training into it, but it seems there is always someone even higher out there. The winner is the handyman Anton! Wow! Sorry, I was so focused that I didn't even hear the starting signal.
We don't actually have the prize money of 1 million yen.
I knew it was ripped off! Actually, I'm studying hard right now to take a certain employment exam. Yes, to become a brave police officer, like my father someday.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Come back again for more, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.